Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ogbanje Joseph. Today we are going to be talking about the importance of writing definition of operational terms in a research. Definition of terms in a research. Okay, now under this section, the terms or concepts whose meanings are not obvious in the text of the study are defined, explained, or personally defined in relation to the study only, and may be different from their usual meanings. The ability of the student to develop both conceptual and operational definitions of terms is expected. Okay, students should be able to evaluate the study carefully, define acronyms, keywords, and variables in the study in their own words. Note at this point, you do not cite references, for the terms. So, operational definition of terms strictly is about the meaning of terms, acronyms, okay, and certain variables and concepts that are used within the research work. The meaning is according to the research. The meaning is according to the researcher's perspective. It is not a dictionary meaning, okay, of the word. It is not a conceptual meaning of the word. It is actually just the meaning according to the scholar or according to the researcher. So if you have some concepts within a research work, you are expected to actually write the meanings under the operational definition of terms. Now, the meaning of those words as it is used, as they are used in the research work, have to be properly written down here. So under the operational definition of terms, okay, you have to look at the topic of the research work. Now, having looked at the topic of the research work, you have to bring out certain terms, certain acronyms, okay, and define them carefully. Those keywords, those variables have to be brought out. Okay, for example, if you are doing something on the impact of ASU strike on the academic performance of students in Nigerian universities. Now, the first acronym that you are going to be defining is ASU. So you need to define what ASU means, okay, or what ASU means. Yes, the meaning of ASU. That is number one. The second thing is performance. Okay, performance. You need to define clearly what is performance. After I have defined performance, you need to define academic performance. Okay, so you have to explain, or not explanation, you have to define what academic performance is. Okay, so those are the things. Now, operational definition of terms are actually very important. Of course, it's actually very important. Most some researchers do not actually care about it, but it is very, very important in a research. Okay, now if you are doing something on the impact of ECOWAS or impact of ECOWAS trade liberalization on the political economy of Nigeria, you are going to talk about, okay, you are going to start with the concept of ECOWAS. You have to operationally define, or unravel the meaning of that acronym ECOWAS. Okay, you have to also talk about trade liberalization. You have to bring onboarding, you have to unravel that. You have to know, of course, the reader has to know the meaning of trade liberalization. Now, you also need to talk about political, and you can decide to demystify it. Talk about trade, talk about liberalization, and then talk about trade liberalization. Then you, because of course there is political economy of Nigeria in it, you are going to talk about politics, okay, economy, and then political economy. All of these are very important when you are writing operational definition of terms. It's just like unraveling, okay, certain acronyms or variables that have been used or that will be used in the research work. Okay, so it is actually very important that you bring out those keywords. Under in a seminar paper, okay, in an article writing, they call it keywords, but under this is terms, what they call it, we call it operational or definition of operational terms, or operational definition of terms, and acronyms, however you want to call it. But what is important is that after the scope of the study, it has to be clearly written, operational definition of terms or definition of terms. Now, after you have written that definition of terms, you have to, look at the topic and then demystify it. Bring out the terms, the acronyms, the keywords, the variables, and then define it as it will be used in the research work or as it is used in the project. It is not a dictionary definition, it is not scholarly definition, it is actually definition according to the author, according to the researcher, as it will be used in the research work. So when we talk about operational definition of terms, we are actually saying that it is that section of the research work. Mostly it is written in chapter 1, and it is that part of the research work that talks about the meanings, okay, the meanings of words that are not so obvious in the text of the study, okay. Operational definition of term is actually defined in relation to the study, okay, and it may actually have different meanings in other usages or in other contexts, but you are defining the terms, okay, according to the context of this your research. So operational definition of terms is very important in a research because it helps you to bring out the meanings of acronyms, keywords, variables, concepts, okay, that are to be used in the research work, and they are going to be defined, as well as the meanings brought out according to how it will be used in a particular research work. Thank you very much.